What we got next? Let's get into some music, man. Let's get into some music. We're gonna spend this last hour here talking some music. And the first thing that I wanted to get into, man, is I want to get into the Clipse album, man. The new Clipse album drop came out here within this past week, and of course, there's a lot of talk about this album. They're making several appearances. Man, they've been just about everybody's show, and still scheduled to be on a few more. I've enjoyed all of the appearances I've seen on these podcasts. There's some good stuff, especially the Kanye talk with Pusha. Um, it's been pretty good. But this album, man, they dropped their first album. So when was the last album? Was it 2009, Source?
It's been a minute.
2009. Um, and they come out with this joint right here, man. I know you was doing a joint the other day on your over on TikTok, talking to folks. You was spending it, and I caught a lot of it while I was at work. But I felt like we had to get into it, man, because that is the talk, man. So, what's your feelings on this thing?
Man, that album is pretty crazy. Actually, the album is pretty crazy. There was high expectations for Let God Sort 'Em Out, especially after Pusha said album of the year a few weeks back.
Hmm.
It's definitely up there. The production is clean. Pharrell said Chad who? Who is Chad?
Hmm.
No disrespect to Chad. I'm just saying Pharrell did his thing. Dolo and all them joints slap. All them joints slap. You're not gonna hear a project like this every day. We haven't heard anything like this recently, to be honest.
Yeah.
Sonically, lyrically, No Malice is back. Pushes being Pusher. They got busy from start to end. It and it's so many young people that I'm seeing like they are on this album, like Pusha and No Malice are 28 and 32, 24 and 28. Them dudes are 48 and 52. Stop talking to me about age in hip hop and not being able to rhyme or being
Yeah.
relevant after a certain age. There's so many projects that have come out within the last year and a half from artists that are 45 and up.
Mm-hmm.
So many, so many. I could list them. We'd be here all day for real. But needless to say, the album is crazy. VA in the building. We ain't to do but cook. And yeah, the Clips are back.
Man, I agree, 1,000%. Like this album is, to me, for my taste, is crazy from beginning to end. Now I was shocked that they started out that the Birds Don't Sing was the lead track.
Yeah, that was different. That was
Yeah,
very different.
yeah, I saw that coming maybe deeper into the album after we didn't went through a few bangers and whatever, and you changing the mood just a tad bit. Not that it's a bad thing. I just would you would never told me that. And if you gave me the song list and I'm in that listening, but then we're going song by song, and you told me that was gonna be the first song, I'd be like, really? That's gonna start the album,
Yeah,
right?
I like it. I like it
Yeah,
because it's unexpected. Like who does that?
yeah,
Who's this? Got to be a Pharrell thing. It's got to be a Pharrell thing because that in a normal setting that makes no sense to have such an emotional song, a triggering song for some, uh, a cathartic song probably for them as the first song. That's usually the song next to the last song or the last song, but to start the album,
yeah,
that was very different, but it worked.
yeah. And then the guest appearances on point. You got John, excuse me, John Legend. We knew Kendrick was gonna be on it. We had already heard the leak. Stove God Cooks, Nas. You got Ab on there, and of course Pharrell. Right. So
And Tyler, the creator,
and
got
Tyler the Creator. I
busy.
forget Tyler the Creator, which is joint's crazy.
Yeah.
Um, The joint is crazy, and 13 tracks. So when I if you'd have told me it was 13 tracks in my mind, I'm instantly thinking, okay, we going 13. That's cool. They didn't go 16. They didn't go 18. The 13 is cool. And I'm sitting there, I would be thinking, boom, that's a solid hour. That's probably about a solid hour right there. We're going 13. But the clock's saying at what, 41 minutes? I think it
40.
is.
Yep.
I think there was a perfect, they strung it together perfectly to get that many songs in 14 minutes. I think is the way this listens, the way it sounds, I think it's the perfect length. I
Yeah.
think it's the perfect length for this album.
I'm at a point where, because there's been so many albums over the last few years that have been shorter,
Uh-huh.
and I'm at a point where I think they fell in that perfect space of 28. I think like 28 to 42 minutes,
Uh-huh.
right in there is it's enough work to hear what you want to hear, but it's not so much that the attention span of some people, because music, as far as now compared to 10 years ago, 20 years ago, especially, the listeners aren't all the way locked in, especially for albums.
Yeah.
So you dropping an album that's 62 minutes may work for some people. Redman's album was long.
Yeah.
Somebody else that dropped recently had an album that was over an hour long. That's fine. But that sweet spot, 28 to 42 minutes, that's it right there. And to get,
I'm
like you
with it.
said, 13 songs in, I was surprised it was 13. But I'm not mad at it because I probably would have thought maybe 11 songs and a couple skits. But I like 13 songs better. I like 13 songs better.
Yeah, I to me, I'm not ready. So somebody posted on Twitter, there was a debate on one of the guys that I follow about was this a classic. So me personally, I'm not ready to call it a classic. Of course, I'm gonna have to listen to it again and again and again. But I will say for me, there are no skips. So is it possible that for an album to not be a classic and have no skips would be the
Absolutely.
question. And
Absolutely.
yeah, and that's and I say yes. And I'm not there with the classic yet. I'm not telling you that I'm not going to end up saying it's it either is or it isn't. I don't know. I can say I've listened to the album beginning to end solidly maybe 4 times. I know I've done it 3 times. I don't think the fourth time I was around. I don't think I got through the whole album again because I had to get out of the car. And I've never skipped. Now the reason is because the production is tight, but I'm listening to some of these the lyrics too, some of these crazy punchlines. And whereas I had to go back and remember the exact songs, but we always pushing on pushing. But there's a couple of songs where I actually felt like Malice did the big thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's
Malice
a
Crush.
song that I said, yo, we know Pusha that dude. And I know y'all always down playing Malice, but it's a couple of these joints. I'm sitting here like, like, dang, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that's okay. I hear you.
Big brother got busy on plenty of joints.
Yeah.
Some people say, it's always the debate when it's with two MCs. People are always going to argue that the other one is better than the one that everybody thinks is the better one. That's always going to be a thing. There's
Yeah.
people that think Big Boy is nicer than
Yeah.
Andre. There's people that think
Yeah.
Rest in Peace, Malik B was nicer than Black Thought. There's always going to be that, but it's probably not true, but these two are close to me.
Yeah.
Like no malice got busy
Yeah.
on multiple joints
Yes, he did.
on the whole project. So much so, like I said, these younger. I've seen a bunch of younger creators, content creators on that. You know how they do the, and then he said, and then they start saying the
Yeah.
lyrics. It's so many of them joints with the clips right now. So many of them joints. One, because it's new. Two, because it's popular in the moment. But three, because that joint is a lot of craziness. It's a
Yeah.
lot of craziness going on within these 13 songs.
Yeah. And shout out to him because there's not just at the beginning, but there's several points throughout the album where they mention their parents. So
Yeah.
it's heavy. I think a lot was weighing on them, especially with them getting back together to do this. But at several points in the album, they do reference their parents in this, so which I think makes the album even stronger. I think I don't gonna say I have a favorite joint right now, but I will admit from my first listening, I would say the two songs that immediately, like off top, I was like, yo, this could be my joint. Then the next one, no, this gonna be my joint. And I'm not saying these two are going to be my favorites once I go through it more and more. But at POV, I love POV. The second I heard it starts off dope, the whole cadence and everything, melody. And then I skip a couple of songs down to um, Ace Trumpets. I think Ace Trumpets is fire. I mean, now um, I like the Ibadot joint too now. And I know a lot of people would wonder what that is. Some people would know. Only reason I know because they talk about it a lot at my job. But it's like, what is it? Earnings. What is it? Earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and I think it's amortization. I believe it is money. So
Hmm.
it's money. So of course we'll be the Clips without talking about that white and talking about that money. So
Yeah, you got that. You got FICO.
yep, indeed.
My favorite joint. My favorite joint you just mentioned a few minutes ago. The Birds Don't Sing. That joint
Whew,
is too
whew,
crazy for me
whew.
right now. That's my joint. And then of course MTBTTF. Mike Tyson blow to the face. That joint tough as well. The whole album is crazy. Got the clue drops. You got the this is culturally inappropriate.
Yeah, come back
Like
strong, man. Come back strong. The comeback is strong. If anybody, if you question whether anybody else could do it, and if you could do that after being away for that long, they came back. It's like it's almost like they never left, man. And they crazy,
exactly. Two up, two downs. V8, boy.
no doubt. And if you haven't checked them on the tiny desk, make sure you do.
Hey, you might want to get a tissue when they do the Birds Don't Sing, because
Yeah,
that
man.
joint went crazy.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. So shout out to the Clips. Um, the album is fire. Both Source and I agree on that. And if you haven't heard it, you're sleeping. Y'all need to get up. What are you doing with your life? Because it's like that, bro. It's like that. Trust me.
Yeah, that joint dropped on Friday, 7/11. This Friday coming up, 7/18. We got Raekwon dropping it. Yeah, these older MCs are here doing what needs to be done. I'm just trying to tell you.
And more to come from what we understand. There's more to come, and I'm here for it.